One more thing about these on-drive gearboxes, they have a series of socket head cap screws down within these rings. These two rings are threaded into this red anodized box, and you have to have a special tool. I've got this one, which was sent to me from the UK, and this is a stainless bar, and it's basically like a spanner wrench, and it's got a 39mm pin spacing at one end and a 10 at the other, and the 39 is used across the two holes that you see at the 9 and the 3 o'clock position, and then the 10mm, if you look, let me pick it up into the light, you can see the two holes there. That stuff should never be messed with though. These are adjusted and set with Loctite at the factory, and all of these things are extremely tight and there's no backlash in them. If you feel any backlash at all in the shaft, it's probably due to the keyway being slightly undersized, but within the gearbox itself there is no backlash. They are adjusted at the factory. Now I've taken a couple of them apart using this tool, and I've modified them, plus I also destroyed one just so you could see a cross section of the inside of the unit. So here's the stepper motor completely disassembled, showing the windings. Here's one of the end caps, both of the ball bearings that support the armature. I threw away the magnetic plates because they were trying to stick to everything. Here's the end of the shaft with the pin, and that's the pin that goes up into the drive unit on the worm gear and turns the worm. And then there's the worm gear itself. These things are extremely high precision. They use what's called an eccentric ring. If you look at this piece here, that hole is not in the center of this ring. It is off center by about 15 thousandths of an inch. If I mount this right here, this first shoulder in the lathe, and rotate that, the whole outer side of this goes around like this. It's got run out of about 15 thousandths, and that's used to adjust the backlash between the worm and the worm gear so that there's almost no free play in the brass gear with your shaft on it. So like I said, these are factory set up and they really shouldn't be messed with. Once they are adjusted, these set screws are tightened down to hold the threaded pieces from coming loose or moving under vibration. And once the set screw is tightened down into this, it kind of boogers up the threads, as you can see right there. So when you try and take one of these apart, if it's not lubricated when you go to remove these pieces, sometimes it will try and chew up and gall the threads on the aluminum, and it will put up quite a fight to be removed. But like I said, this one was taken apart just for display, just to show you what the inside of the unit looks like. And let me show you this. I'm going to install this into the bearing in the input block. And then that's what the input looks like when the motor is removed. And then when the motor is mated with it, the pin goes into that dog and drives it. It's probably hard to see under this fluorescent lighting, but that's how they work. And again, they are very heavy duty. They're built to last. They're built for years of service, and they're filled with a really high quality aviation grade grease. So once again, thank you for looking at the video, and pay a visit over to eBay and see if you see anything. Every once in a while I'm listing a gearbox like this with a DC motor for sale. So once again, thank you.